Hello, DV Besties. I am joining you today from the floor of my craft room because we are trying out the new WeCreat Lumos. I am obsessed with this laser engraver because it's portable. So we're doing our small business series with Justy right now. We've been talking a lot about small businesses and how, what equipment you need and like how to get your small business off the ground and what software do you need to use and all that good, great stuff. And this was the perfect opportunity to try the WeCreat Lumos because it's portable. And the reason why that is so cool is because if you're gonna do craft fairs with your small business, one thing that a lot of vendors are offering right now is on-site engraving or on-site personalization. And this bad boy is gonna be your best friend to do that because you can bring it with you, plug it in. It actually comes with its own, whatever this is called, exhaust purifier. So you don't need to ventilate to the outdoors. You can ventilate just to this guy. And it can engrave tumblers, it can engrave metal, it can engrave wood, it can engrave anything really. And it even has a rotary attachment. So you can do those 360 tumbler engravings. So today we're gonna put it together, we're gonna do a project, and we are gonna review this guy. We're gonna tell you what we think of it. I will go ahead and tell you that we are doing the 12 Days of Christmas at Design Bundles again this year. And because we're doing the 12 Days of Christmas, we are giving away something every single day for December 1st through the 12th. So make sure you're in our DB Besties group. If you're not already in it, we will link it in the description of this video because we're gonna be giving away something every single day for the holiday season. And one of those days, we're giving away one of these. So if you want your own WeCreat Lumos and you want to do engraving portable, or you just don't have a huge craft room and you want an engraver, but you don't have like a ton of space, this is a really great machine for you. So make sure you're following us on social media. Make sure you're in the DB Besties group because that is coming soon. And we are so excited to partner with WeCreat to make that happen this year. We love WeCreat. This right here is my other WeCreat laser. This is the WeCreat Vision 40 watt. And now I'm adding to my fleet the WeCreat Lumos, which is a 10 watt. So I'm calling it a laser engraver because that's its primary function, but it does cut also. It's just only a 10 watt because it's the little portable guy. So it's not gonna be quite as powerful as that one back there. But if you wanna get into engraving, this is such a good starter machine. And if you want to go to craft fairs and offer customization, this is gonna be a workhorse for you. So let's put it together. This is all the pieces that came in the box. Let's put it together. Let's see how easy it is to use and let's engrave something. I think a tumbler. Okay, so cool. So I saw a review of this where someone was saying they love this part because it's like self-enclosed, but you can like lift the door to expand your workspace. That's cool. Set that off to the side. Let's see what pieces we have here. This is like our cutting bed. There's a cutting bed and an engraving bed. Just slides right in there. Easy peasy. Here's our exhaust hose. And then we've got our little hat. Maybe I should read the directions. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Wait. We just stuck the laser head on there and now we have to go. Ooh, I'm like scared it's gonna come undone. I think I have to tighten it in now. I think this is the wrench and look, it's laser engraved. Of course it is. So we got that. I feel like it's just gonna fall or something. Okay, we're gonna do the exhaust hose now. We're gonna put it right here. Okay, you get in there. Okay, now we're gonna attach her to the back. I'm like afraid of like breaking the plastic if I tighten it too much. Okay, exhaust attached. Now we just have to do the power cord. Also, it comes with two beds. This is your cutting bed, the one that has the grooves. And then this is your engraving bed. So we're gonna use the engraving one. They just slide underneath and then they just lock into place. Super easy. Also, you can get this extended cutting bed if you wanna do bigger projects. Super fun. And then there's also a rotary attachment, which we are for sure gonna play with today because you can do all around engraved tumblers with this bad boy. We're definitely doing that. Okay, so we've got our power, we've got our USB, let's get it hooked up. So far, very easy to set up, very cool. I love that this would be perfect to bring to a craft fair. So if I was running my craft fair booth and I wanted to offer engraving, this guy would be so easy. It has a handle. You can pick it up with one hand, throw something in there, engrave it. Super cool. So we're gonna engrave a tumbler today, but I'm gonna show you guys how I'm getting it set up with my WeCreate. And I'm also gonna show you how I get my file prepared. So let's do that really quick. Okay, so we're already hooked up via USB. There's a switch on the back somewhere. Hold on. I just saw it. Where are you? Oh, it's on this side. It's scaring me that there's like a red dot. I'm like, don't do anything. Okay, so on the screen here, you can see that I can choose the laser, but I can also choose which laser I'm connected to. So I believe this one is the right one here. Yep, we're connected. Okay, so you can see on my screen, I've pulled in the image I'm going to use. The first thing I need to do is process that image so that it knows how to engrave it. So I'm gonna select image processing. And you can see we have a nice preview of what it's gonna look like. And I can change these scales here to match whatever I want it to look like. So I can add like additional contrast if I want to. It's gonna change the way the image looks. I can also like sharpen it up. You can also increase the DPI, which makes it take longer to engrave, but it gives you like an image that looks more like what you created. So I'm going to play with that for just a minute until I get what I want. I think I'm actually just gonna keep it like this though, because I like it. I think it looks nice. That's pretty good. I'm gonna confirm that. It's so cute. And then we are going to make this bitmap engraved. Yay. We need to put our rotary attachment in here, and we need to refocus the camera because we have to tell it that that's what we're doing. So let's do that next. Okay, so we have our rotary. I've already plugged it in the back. There's a spot that says rotary and you literally just plug it in. It's that easy. So we are all set up. We're gonna place our rotary here. I'm gonna line up this little spot where you can screw it into place to make sure it's firmly attached there. I love how easy the setup is overall. Everything is like pretty intuitive, which is nice. These prongs are actually kind of overkill because we're gonna use the rubber grabbers to attach our tumbler, but it's okay to keep them on even if you're using the grabbers, and that'll make sense in just a second. First, we do need to turn our knob until we are aligned. So there's a manual focus on the Lumos, which is really cool. And all you do is just turn this little knob in the back until your red and blue dots align. So I'm just watching that. It's kind of hard to tell without a tumbler on there, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw my tumbler on here. Just gonna put it on there and then use the dial here to widen it until it's firmly attached. Okay, now I can see my dots a little bit better. Let me make it where you can see it and I'll show you how to do this part. So I don't know if you can see the little dots there. We're just gonna turn our knob until they overlap each other. Ta-da! And now, whoo, sorry about that. And now we're gonna hit confirm here on our screen. It's gonna refresh our print bed, so much better. We are going to switch to the cylindrical, or no, we're gonna do the, yeah, we just want the cylindrical laser. We're gonna be using the blue light and we're gonna refresh so that we can see our print bed here. Voila. And then we're gonna drag and drop our image in that we're planning to use. We're going to get it ready by going to image processing. And then we're gonna change like our line density so we get less little squiggly do. So I'm gonna increase the line density quite a bit. That might be a bit much. That looks pretty good. I might sharpen it up just a smidge. That looks nice. Okay, so we're gonna confirm it. That looks great. I am gonna make it much smaller because that is huge. So on the size up here, I'm gonna go to 3.5 on the height because I know that's like a good size for my tumbler. And then I'm gonna zoom out so I can like see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my tumbler till it's flat just so I can get like a better visual on this bad boy. Oh, you know what? I need to edit this image really quick. I need to crop it. Then I'm gonna redo my height at 3.5. Now I need to set the perimeter of my cup, which I forgot to do before we locked it into place. So let's get this bad boy out of here. Measure it really quick. Obviously, when it says perimeter, what it means is circumference, but because this is like a standardized way to measure, it's just using perimeter because it could not be a cylindrical object. So it's about 12.25 inches. So let's get this guy back on here. 12.25. Now it makes sense. And then we're going to check our 3D preview to make sure it looks right. Because the last thing we want to do is start engraving this and then it's wrong. So, okay, it says it's gonna look like that. I think that looks pretty nice. We are gonna select that we're using a stainless steel tumbler. Okay, so we're gonna refresh just one more time, just to make sure we're good. And then we're gonna close our hood here and we're gonna let it go to work. Okay, so we're gonna hit start. Let's do it. I'm a little scared. I'm gonna press the button, here we go. This would be so cool to bring to a craft fair because people could literally watch their item get customized. How stinking cool is that? I have to be honest, I had my doubts about this machine, but I love it. Like, it's so cool. And look how fast it's going too. I mean, you could bring this to a craft fair and just run through personalizations. How cool would that be? Okay, let's see how she did. I'm so impressed with how this laser is so compact and yet so quick at engraving. This would truly be perfect to take to a craft fair and do on-site personalization, on-site engraving. You could do necklaces, earrings, cups, tumblers. You could do so much stuff, wood plaques, cutting boards. You could truly have a blast with this thing. It is so fun. The WeCreat Lumos is small but mighty, and I'm obsessed. I cannot wait to continue playing with it. Don't forget that if you want a WeCreat Lumos, you should enter our 12 Days of Christmas giveaways here at Design Bundles. To do that, make sure you're in the DB Besties group on Facebook. We've linked it in the description below because we are giving away amazing prizes from December 1st to December 12th, all for the holiday season and to give back to our crafty besties. So make sure you're following along there because one of those days we're giving away a WeCreat Lumos. And you too could be engraving the cutest tumblers around. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below, let us know what you thought or what you want to see next, because we're back here every week with all the crafty tips, tricks, and tutorials. But until next time, friends, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're following us on social media, and we will see you next time. Happy crafting!